Involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown! Jeff Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank.
Brady throwing complete here to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Screen play set up for Williams. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive, and they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
The Bucs at 6-4 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's go. 32.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A throw over the middle taken in. Touchdown, Saints.
Jarvis Landry, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have taken the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, here's Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Up the gut, Fournette.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here's Brady to throw. Being chased out left. Touchdown!
Chris Godwin.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Succop for the extra point. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they wanted now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brady now to throw. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he checks this one down to Williams.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd and 4. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
This one swung out to Williams. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
They'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Inside handoff now. Miller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Brady. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
To throw, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right.
He's got the 1st down and more.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Russell Gage, 26 yards.
And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Brady will look to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bucs try it on 4th.
But Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The Saints on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. They complete it to Hill.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A give to Kamara running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Here's a give to Fournette. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing now is Brady. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Back to throw, Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. To throw is Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This for the lead in the final stages. And Succop missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. It's complete. Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Fournette. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
That'll go for a gain of 7, and now it's 3rd and 3.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This is Fournette. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Fournette, a 1st down carry.
166 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll run it again with Fournette. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Inside handoff now to Fournette.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw is Brady. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival.